I can't believe this has happened again. I cannot believe we're doing this again. I didn't even wanna go live. But I can't not. I can't not talk about this. And it's so nothing, but it bothers me anyway because it's so pointless, and it's at this point you'd think it's just to spite me. How are you doing? It's still late at night, so I can't even be loud. You streamed less than a day ago, I think. Yeah, that's true. Joys. Everyone say thank you, Mojang. Thank you, Mojang. Very cool. Yay, yippee! Thank you, Mojang. I'm gonna explode, I think. If I had a nickel for every time I have went live after a visual change made by Mojang, I'd have at least 2. So, let's talk about it, shall we? If people haven't seen the video on it already, I will now talk about it to you, right now. So, we all know our favorite little block, right? Where is it? Let's get some. We all love our very useful string. Yeah, it's like slightly visible, but like if you're just walking by, you barely notice it. Especially if it's on like lighter blocks that fit the texture. So darker blocks is a bit more obvious, but it's not that bad. This isn't just good for redstone. This has been very useful for let's do an example, shall we? If I were to build out of something like concrete or that, right? I can hide it. Terraforming stuff, I can do a lot more with this. But it only works, 1, if I have enough patience. 2, because it is so not visible. Like you can barely see that. Now, what if I told you? What if I told you they changed it, so it's now just really visible? Now that's not that big a deal because like I don't really build with it much, especially since why would I use this for building? Well, I've not even got into showcase. I have OBS open because I was planning to record the next video. I was gonna get it made. And something I wanted to show off was in this room actually. Through here, we have this beautiful looking cave that we built for let me just break this for now. I detailed a lot of the garbage dump after Ashton built a lot of the shape, and it's one of my favorite designs I've ever come up with. And it's already quite bad, right? But when you're walking through with complete darkness, it's really not that visible. Just for the visual effect, it really doesn't impair much. You can like slightly notice it, but it's not really anything. compared to the whole effect. Now, I think if I'm gonna see, do I have a... I'm gonna pull up the latest snapshot, right? How do I do that? Latest snapshot, there we go. It should be on the latest snapshot. I'm hoping I have a backup of the build, so I can just showcase it, because I'm not gonna load the build on a snapshot for obvious reasons. But I should have one if it finishes downloading, because I was very smart to download it on stream. Now the fact that Lancer in chat said that they add more fog, this shows that they've already done something like this in the past. Specific to Waterfall 2, actually, now that I think about it. Huh. Let's see here. Do I have a backup? Is this... This should be good. Upgrading world files. I'm sure nothing can go wrong. Surely nothing goes wrong. Also, it's really weird that it says Minecraft. Upgrading, do you want to join the world? Well, why do you think I'm upgrading in the first place, Minecraft? Did I not just press this? Am I crazy? Oh my... Oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, I've not actually played without in Sodium for so long. Wait, where's my... Okay, you can already tell one of the big things they did was add the fog. Now in the ruins it's not that bad. It's actually quite a nice little ambient effect, but it's... Yeah, this is the new settings. But you know, there's just this constant dull look to everything, right? And there's no toggle to this. This is just what you have to deal with forever. You know, no, when there's sodium extra, you can turn off fog. There is no fog option here. So you know, if you want to see far away, forget about it. It's not happening. Which can be quite annoying in bigger rooms. Actually looks quite nice for the ruins, I think, but I can only imagine for... Yeah, no, exactly. Like, for the ruins, it's quite a nice effect. But, obviously, that's not the case for everywhere. And, you know, especially because you'd like to toggle it. Especially, like... This room doesn't... I don't know, I don't think it works quite as well for this room. My point is, this... already seeing problems in the smallest part of the build, which is... you know, really stupid. It is really awful. But, you know, whatever. Well, you know, we can live with it. It's subtle, until you go to Waterfall, that is. Like, look at it. I don't want this looking blue and white. I want it to be dark. And there's no toggle, so... But you know, that's fine. We've got sodium, and that's so widely used and recommended for the build anyway, that I don't have to worry about it as much. In Snowden, fog kind of works, so it's not a problem here as well. It's when we get further... Oh wait, the teleport buttons work when I'm not in a multiplayer world? God damn. Yeah, so in Snowden it's not that bad at all either. It's quite a nice little biome effect. Then we get to places like this. Oh my god, it looks so ugly. Oh. Oh, it's so bad. And if you have to play the game with like slightly low render distance, What? Oh, it's so bad. And there's no toggle to this, by the way. This is just what you're going to have to deal with in Java. They have not turned a setting on for this. So I could set my render distance to absolute max. And it still looks like trash. And, you know, there's no vanilla way of doing this. I can turn off clouds, but I think we can all agree this just doesn't... It doesn't have the same impact in the slightest. It looks just... ugh, awful. But with sodium, we could turn that off, right? But that's not the problem. There's now another thing they've done. I don't have gamma, which is really annoying. It's okay, I guess I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Let's go back to the ruins area, shall we? It's quite a nice area to test. Do you notice anything? It's no longer transparent. It is super visible from like a mile away. You remember earlier that was barely visible from this far? Well, now you can just see it. Which again, and especially when you're close to it, it is literally just a line. It looks awful. But again, you know, it's not that big a deal, because, you know, why would we be building with blocks like this? What if we put it on a dark block? Oh no. So how about we go back to waterfall? You know, the area for... oh, by the way, this room's also ruined by the fog. I forgot to mention it. It's not as bad, but it's also kind of ugly. Yeah, let's go... let's go over here. Let's see what the impact is. I can already see it. It's like loading in and rendering so badly. Oh my god. It's like there's spider webs everywhere. Like, and I'm far away from it. I'm not even up close. But you know, it might just be the night vision. Nope. This has actually got to be one of the most devastating updates to the build. It's so bad. This is the first time I'm seeing it like this. Oh my god. Oh. It's so ugly. Like, it's not subtle in the slightest. It's... oh no. Mojang, if you're listening in the slightest, please stop ruining the build. Stop doing it, please. Doge was happening. Oh, you know, they've made string extremely visible, ruining another part of waterfall, other than the fog. You know, because the fog already ruined the castle, one of the biggest parts of the build. They thought that wasn't enough, so the smaller parts of the caves, they wanted to ruin as well by making string extremely visible now. And again, there's no toggles to either of these. You know, there's no, oh, can I just go particles lower or whatever? Like, see-through leaves I can turn on and off. Improves transparency, that's not a thing for this. No, there's not any vanilla fix to either of these problems. So if anyone, and I know I can probably get a texture pack that fixes it, but like, one, a lot of visual texture packs don't work with sodium, which sodium is required. And sodium, they did add a setting for the fog. They're not gonna add a setting for the string. And two, even if we did, our whole premise of the build was that you don't need any settings or fancy mods or anything to get the full experience of the build. That's why we're doing it all hand places. Why we're doing it with only survivable access. Like, you know, we don't use light blocks, we don't use command blocks, we don't use barriers. We want it to be fully survival friendly. And no mods or texture packs needed. And this just ruined that again. And for what reason? Just a kick in the face for spending days of my life building for nothing? Weeks, months, years? Just to undercut it with this ugly white effect and what looks like spider webs? I can't see how fixing the string. The string might not be a problem on a texture pack. It is very different to fog. But my point is, that's not the point, if you get me. Like, even if we could fix it, not everyone knows how to download a texture pack, and that just... If we were gonna have texture packs, if we needed it to begin with, well, that just kills the fucking point of our map. Yes, I'm being dramatic. Yes, it's ultimately not that big a change, but I think after building this with that one principle in mind for 6 years, I've earned my pettiness a little. I can't even argue, oh, I barely played a game, you're not going to notice. The average person won't. Yes, they will. Look at this! It's all white! I just don't get it. I don't understand why Mojang are so insistent on doing this. Like, what are they benefiting? What if you set time tonight for the fog? Yeah, we can do that. But then, yeah, it makes it slightly better. Okay, second course of action. What about Snowden? Do we just not get to use natural light? Because one of the biggest things we were going to do to light up Snowden properly, other than, you know, streetlights and everything, was going to be skylight. And no, I'm not just talking about while it's not got a cave roof. Even with a cave roof, if you poke a couple of holes, you get tons of lighting. You won't get that at nighttime. So, you know. Thank you, Mojang. Very cool. Glad to see we get all these joyous visuals. Oh, it's so bad. There's no need. It's ruined one of my favorite parts of the build, and knowing them, they're not gonna change it. They never changed the fog, they never added it at all. And you know what's the worst part? I think on Bedrock the fog is toggleable. They've just decided to not add it to Java, for whatever reason. Just as a big kick in the face. So, You need a texture pack, which you can only get on Java. But you also need the setting from Bedrock, so there is no winning. For either one. Bedrock players will have to deal with it. Oh my god, it's so bad. Oh. They kept adding stuff that was perfect for the build. Not even. Like, we've made it work with the build really well, but oh, it's so ugly. I can't. And because it's such a clear color, when you're far away, it adds this like tearing effect. Do you see it over there where my crosshair is? Like I move, like it doesn't go away when you're far. Like it gets worse the further you are, even if you'd think that makes it less visible. Because it's so visible now, the rendering acts all weird, and now I can just see it constantly. The fog just hides all the good parts. Yeah! Well, I guess that does it. Come on, guys, let's frolic in the fields of friendship together. Now that I can see all the little white string holding up all my caves that I spent so long detailing, and now that I can't see the castle because of all the fog, let's go enjoy our time on Minecraft together, guys. I love Microsoft. Yay! Do I need to become a gambler? Do I need to just like submit do I need to submit a form to Mojang personally? And just write a very formal review? You'd think these updates were to spite me in some way, considering this is the second time now that a completely needless update counteracted hours of my work with no setting to turn it off or change in any vanilla way. Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I don't even know what to do. What was the change? I just closed the stream. Maybe Mojang needs to make Minecraft look better. Only you and your friends' PCs. Well, that's not the point. I want other people to enjoy it. I'm not just doing this for me. If it was, I wouldn't release world downloads. Oh, it's so much nice. Oh, wow. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's no... Even with night vision, it's nowhere near as visible as a second ago. Hang on, let me just bring it back. Oh, isn't that nice? Come on, guys, we can finally look up at the ceiling normally again without this hideous white lines everywhere. Oh, it's beautiful. This is what we could have had. This is what the game was. Why are you using concrete powder at the ceiling? Because it looks nice. It was a good texturing block. I don't need to explain myself. It's got a good color, it's got a good texture, it's got a nice shading effect. And you know what? For a block named Blackstone, it's really bad at blending with blocks that were black. You want to know what a black block is? Coal. Do you want to see how it blends? It doesn't. Oh, let me just get some dark oak, because that's quite a dark block. It doesn't. Yeah, they're very similar, but you need an in-between. And concrete powder adds that. It's a lighter shade. You can look at that. It works so nicely. But fuck me, I guess. What, me trying to get creative with my Minecraft project? Why would I do that? It looks so pretty right now. Oh, it's so nice. I can just look at the build without any consequences. You aren't using barriers. Well, no, remember, Vector, I've said this many times. We're not using barriers, we're not using world edit, we're not using fancy trickery if it's not possible in survival. Basically, everything has to be survival possible. Mojang just hates this build. Do you think so? Wait, is this the previous version of Minecraft? Yeah, so this is the current version. What we just looked at was the snapshot of what's to come. And if it's anything like the last visual update they made, they're not changing it back. The fog has been here, and it's been what? A good few updates now. So, you know, enjoy it while it lasts, chat. And enjoy this beautiful room while it's nice and pretty, because it's gonna get soon ruined, and you will need a texture pack. I don't know, I'll probably get Luigi to make one and have it with the next world download. And if you don't know how to install a texture pack, you're gonna have to Google it if you want to look at that room nicely. What room even is this? It's a garbage dump. Maybe Vibrant Visuals will help. No, because Vibrant Visuals is gonna change a lot of the other rooms, and the fact that you're gonna need to use that fancy version of lighting just to walk in the room, and it wouldn't even help. How did you change the colour of the water? Is it just the blocks that change the colour? No, it's just a biome. They're always on about not limiting creativity, and then they make creativity even harder. Literally. Yeah, no, we're just in a swamp biome. That's it. And then over here is a warm ocean biome. Hence the watercolor. So you know, if you took this palette and went underneath a warm ocean or above it, you could have this in survival Minecraft, which is quite cool. And you know, when you download the world, it will just look like this. You don't need any fancy trickery or anything installed for everything to look like this. Is Ashen allowed to use Axiom to change the biomes? I mean, yeah. We obviously don't like I use World Edit to change the biome, but like we don't get ridiculous. We don't like change the biome every like section, because that's not possible in survival Minecraft, you know. Obviously there's some limits, but we do want everything to be as realistic as possible, because something a principle I've been running with since we started the build was the fact that, like, I don't know if this is just a me thing, but I hated when I watched a really cool build video, or like a really cool thing I liked, and I wasn't able to recreate it for a survival build because the tools that were used were exclusive to creative mode and I had to find alternatives. I hated that. That always upset me whenever I tried to make builds in survival. So the goal of the Undertale build was to try not have that happen. I want the ability, if someone stumbled across the build, walked through a biome and was like, oh my god, I really love this cave, I want them to be able to just build it in survival, no catch. If they like this environment and everything, they can just go to a swamp and do it. No limits, no strings attached. No, I need a texture pack for this to look good. None of that. I don't want that. Which, you know, ultimately is such a stupid and pointless thing to be worrying about. The catch is spending months on the build. Well, you don't even have to make it as big as that. You know, you can make your own small version of the palette. If you just want something sharing that atmosphere, like, you don't need it to be massive and everything. Like, this was actually the first environment test of the swamp, because obviously we had to see if it would work. We were trying to figure out, this was the first time we actually came up with a palette other than the very first one. And you know, it's quite similar. Like, it does have the same effect, but you can actually notice quite a few differences. A lot of concrete powder was used at the sides that we never ended up using. There was a lot more odd dripstone and branches that we never properly started utilizing yet. There was webs and like dark cracks in the rocks that we haven't actually implemented. So, you know, it's quite a different build to what we got, but it's pretty similar as well. There's just small changes that aren't quite the same. Do you have the abyss in the garbage dump area? I mean, we've not built it, but it's there. One of you should also make an Undertale map based off the game's actual graphics and make it simple and compare it to the other one. I mean, how would we do that without a texture pack? I mean, there's not really any colors, and if we wanted to do that, we'd just go to UTMC. But yeah, you know, this is the garbage dump. Obviously, extremely work in progress, but this is where you fall down, and over the ledge here is the void. Whee! And then I die. Whoa. Yeah, this is going to be one of the biggest parts of the game, just because we're going to have, like, what the plan is, we're going to have this circle round. I don't know what that was for. I think it was just a test. It's going to be a giant cave. It's going to be quite tall. I think the original plan was to have this be in the same cave. I'm not sure if we're going to do that, but it's going to be very tall. And we're going to have just like pools of water coming down the sides and pouring into the void. What's your favourite orange juice? You're not going to believe this one. I really like the orange one. What did Mojang do this time? Oh, let me just do a quick rundown. You know, because I was getting ready to record the next video and update people on this beautiful palette, because we can all agree this is one of the most stunning parts of the build, right? Like, I just love the atmosphere that the palette captured in here, right? You enjoying it? I mean, just look at the palette and everything. It's so pretty, and I love the atmosphere. You know, it gets captured. Little bits of skulk. You know, it's very good. Well, Minecraft thought it was a really good idea to make string fully opaque. So instead of like a subtle texture, it is extremely visible. So what is a very subtle effect that you don't really notice unless you're really paying attention, suddenly turns into... let me just pull up the snapshot again. Because... you know, why not? Oh, not that one. I know what I'm doing. I already loaded it. Yeah, so we've already got the fog that's ruining all the further parts of Waterfall and everything. But that wasn't enough for these sick fuckers. If you come in here... Oh, Oh, it's so bad. Oh, no. Oh, it's everywhere. Oh, it just looks like there's cobwebs and everything. Even when you're far away, it just looks like this awful rendering glitch. Look at that! It's so ugly! And for why? String has been the same since it was added to the game. There was no good reason for this. Other than a kick in the face for one of my favourite palettes. On the bright side, you now have another box to use in Muffet's room. Yippee! I'm sick of them. I'm actually so sick to death of Mojang and whatever shit they're pulling. Like... It's because they don't want to limit creativity, my fucking ass. Like, look at what they did to the castle. All its aura and hype is completely ruined because now you can just see this awful white effect over everything. It's ugly, and there's no toggle for it. And now the other part of Waterfall. All of Waterfall is going to get completely destroyed because Mojang just decides to with no change or way to turn it off. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand why they're doing this. It's so shit. And there's no vanilla way to turn it off. It just makes it so if the text is being played in a later version and deletes itself. Yeah, no, that's a great idea. We just make people play in an older version. That's the first time I've really seen how mad that really is. Yeah, no, it's awful. Oh, it's so pretty. Look how subtle it is. I'm staring right up, and you can only really see it in the bright bits now that you're focusing on it. Oh, it's way less visible than it was a second ago. I can just, like... I can casually stroll through here without any issues. Bring this back. So help me God. Oh, it's so much nicer. And look, there's no ugly fog getting in the way of everything. I can just enjoy this dark, expansive cave. Look at the castle compared to what the fog did. This is not a possible image in plain Minecraft now. This is now impossible. This shot right here. It's not a thing. And just use an older version. Okay, what if they add some really cool blocks we want to use for somewhere else? We just have to make do. What about Bedrock? Do they just have to suffer? Why? It's really a miracle we've not given up on the build. It really is. They really know how to kick you while you're down. Again, do we really care about Bedrock? I care enough. Let's see Hotland. Now, is it going to look white or is it going to look like Steam? It's not that bad. It kind of looks like Steam, but it's not. Honestly, the string thing isn't really a big deal to me. Well, this isn't about you, Vector. Sorry. Like, everyone seeing the build knows that terrain is supposed to be representing nothing. That's not the point. It's not about representation. This is about the visual thing, right? Like, I didn't spend hours of my time building it in a way just for Mojang to go and undo it. Like, do you see why, even if you don't think it's a big deal, that's frustrating? I wouldn't have done it if it was gonna look like that. I would have done something else. That room would have looked completely different if I knew it was gonna turn out like that. It is just wasting my time. And not only that, just a kick in the teeth. It's too bad they didn't add a setting for immersive fog and stuff. Like, imagine if they added heatwave things. No, yeah, like, I don't hate the fog in some parts, but the only way it's toggleable is with sodium extra. It's not even in vanilla sodium, it's sodium extra. I'm probably gonna wake Squid up with talking so much. But okay guys, let's talk about the core. Yippee, yippee, let's just go to the core and enjoy this. Wow, I'm so glad the mapping was all finished here. It's so atmospheric and beautiful. I can't wait for us to build the core. Oh, where's my gamma settings? You can tell how much times I've changed these settings with how quick I do that. What are they gonna do next? How are they gonna fuck up the core, guys? Let's take your bets. What could they add that's gonna ruin this part? Because actually the white fog probably does look quite nice in the core specifically. Yeah, see, in the core it looks really nice. I wish there was a way to utilize it. Glass? Oh no, they make glass really annoying because it's already got like an inherent outline, so it doesn't look as good as it should, but you know, it's not a big deal. They're gonna remove all the blue only blocks, could you imagine? Like, there's really, the core is already one of the hardest places to build, so what could they possibly do to make it harder? Like, we already don't have any blue blocks other than these specific ones. There's no texturing or metals or anything. The closest we have is copper, which isn't quite the shade that the core is, let's be honest. We're gonna use it, but, you know, it's already gonna be a nightmare. So what? Let's gamble by changing rendering with vibrant visuals. Making the stained glass gradient trick not work. You're right, wait. Oh no. Oh god, what have you done? You've checked. Vector, if they end up doing that, I've just fallen into the... If they do that, I'm blaming you. I'm breaking down your door and I'm coming for you. I swear to God, if Mojang do that, I'm gonna lose it. Are you taking inspirations from other Undertale maps? I've not really, like, I've seen other maps, but I've really not tried to pay too much attention because I want to make sure we do it differently. You know, like, it's that sort of thing of, you know, you'd subconsciously get influenced seeing something, so I'm just trying to, like, take a step back just so I don't want our ideas to overlap. If they happen to overlap, that's cool, I like that, that's fun. It's based on the same thing after all, but I'm trying to stick to our own line of solutions, just because it's more interesting that way. Why is there a plus button here? I've got a plus next to my chat. Members only live stream. Wow! I can stream with no audience! What a great idea, YouTube! When doing a core type build, I ended up using the blue powder wool concrete gradient for the black back and then copper as a layer in front of her detailing. Yeah, that's what Ashton did for her test palettes. I don't know if you remember seeing that. She's got a test palette over here where, like, the blue is the sort of like back of it, and the copper stuff is sort of like the front layer to it. Yeah, that was actually nice. Yeah. So, you know, like, I do love this look. It's not that big a deal. It's just obviously not ideal. I do wish we had more blue blocks in general. It'd just give a lot more like, not solutions, just more options is the right word. But you know, we make do with what we have, and then Mojang adds an update that kills what we've made do with. You know, thanks Mojang, very cool. Use light trickery for gradients. I mean, we've done that a couple times. It's not really good for proper details though. Not when you're up close. From afar you can achieve some quite cool effects, but not quite what we're going for. There's plenty of blue blocks, like water, of course. Oh, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? We can just cover the core and we build it out of copper, and we cover it in water to make it look more blue. This is good news. I don't even want to build today. I just wanted to crash out over this update. At this point, we're just yapping about build. So if anyone wants to talk about anything, now's a great chance. I think building up Undertale and Minecraft is the main cause of depression in at least 3 countries. Wow. Yeah. Such a perfect plan. Let's hold hands and celebrate. Yeah, I mean, I feel like beta people will have used water. In beta, absolutely. But, you know, I hope after like 15 years or something we're past that. Yeah, I don't know. On the bright side, me and Ashen built this really cool ruins entrance. So you know that's in the works. Or exit, however way you want to think about it. So how's the lower Snowden gonna work since Snowden's a lot wider instead of the slim path? Well, what do you mean slower Snowden? Do you just mean like the first part? Well, keep in mind, it looks quite expansive now, but there's gonna be a ton of trees here. So when you're walking along, it's gonna feel like a thin path. And then the terrain here is probably gonna get completely redone. Like, we're probably gonna add better shape here, add a proper pathway, and just this whole area is gonna get a huge revamp. It's gonna have the same sort of general shape of, you know, big mountain enclosed, but the floor plan is not gonna be as flat, if you get me. Do you mean Undertale Yellow Snow then? Undertale Yellow Snow then, we're either gonna just connect up into the main part, like through here, or we're gonna, like, the original way is the start of the Undertale Yellow Snowden starts here. We originally mapped it. Plus a lot of these mountains are getting re-terrained, so we can connect it up slightly better than we have here. So turn this into like a mountain spike area or whatever, so it's kind of connected. Or we might, you know, there's different ways we'll approach it. Maybe it will just be a separate cavern at the start, and then slowly open up into the rest of Snowden as we go along. What do the X signs on random cliffs mean? Well, I'm not a particular fan of them. So, you know, what's the natural solution to that other than a good old... So do you have Undertale Yellow Ruins? Not really. Like, we mapped out a lot of it just as a, if we wanted to do it, we have to get a concept down, because, like, you know, if we wanted to do it, we're going to have it in our Undertale map, which meant we had to make sure it was even possible before we considered it. So we've got the mapping here, but we've not actually built anything, and it's also still a big if. It's not a guaranteed, oh, we're building Undertale. Like, we might chip away at some parts of it and just see what happens, but it's never going to be a focus. Wait, if you're doing the main areas under Yellow too, I thought it would just be the city. No, I mean, if you're talking about the Undertale Yellow, like, New Home City, that's just New Home. Like, we don't really have to do anything for that. The ruins would be the most exciting part of Yellow, or as Steamworks. But, yeah. How did... Yeah. Oh. Double entertain here, what's up? That needs to be better, but yeah, so I built this concept area. Well, Ashton started on it, and I just worked on like details and things. And it's quite a cool concept area. We're probably gonna keep it. I really like it. You can actually see when I've got night vision on. There's a bit more of a floor plan here. And you know what's actually really cool? If we come up here, I don't know if it was actually been made to connect yet, but we're gonna have, because we want like a canon way of getting into Yellow, this wall here, we were gonna have the original entrance into the Dark Ruins. But since the walls all crumbled away, there's not really a proper way of getting in other than like crouching through here type thing. And then we're gonna have it lead down into this bit. So I think that's quite a fun way of tying into this other, because in Yellow you just see this other part that doesn't go anywhere, and there's got to be a real way of getting down here. So yeah, that's gonna be our little canon explanation for it. And then it's going to lead through here, have our little bridge, and yada yada. Would it be accurate to say there's a better chance of Yellow being built on a massive scale than Deltarune being built at all? Yes. The thing about Undertale Yellow is that it tackles all the same things the Undertale Build does. Like, it feels like an extension of our project. Deltarune operates so differently world building wise. What was the thing? Yeah, Undertale Yellow feels like we're tackling the same puzzle as a part of our project. Deltarune, not only structure wise, is a lot more complicated because it's not in a coherent space. There's dark worlds and everything. Two, we'd be building it hand placed, but we wouldn't exclude things like Axiom if we did do it, because we're not wanting to spend another 10 years on a project. 3, Undertale Yellow, we can incorporate in a very fun way into our build. So, you know, just as a little Easter egg, that's really cool. And yeah, Deltarune is also not a completed game, and the love I have for Deltarune... Harold the Fool's Deltarune build? Is that the person that did the, building it in like a normal Minecraft environment, if I recall? Like they're building it all in a normal Minecraft world. Cause yeah, I have seen that. It's very good. But yeah, we probably won't. I know I personally want to approach a couple things on Deltarune, but I don't want to build the whole thing. Also, again, isn't that bridge into Snowdon technically supposed to be a rock formation? We've already talked about this many times. But yeah, Undertale Yellow is just way more likely than the Deltarune stuff. But there's a high chance I'll do one-off videos. Didn't you complain someone... That wasn't... I complained at the redstone because it was interfering with other parts of the build. But yeah, like you'll probably end up getting one-off Deltarune videos of like, oh, I want to build, let's say, Castletown, right? Like our take on that with our resources. But you wouldn't get like the whole Dark World type deal, or we might build Hometown, but not like the surrounding world, etc. You might get some areas in Chapter 3. You might get like a Chapter 4 concept, but not the entire Chapter 4 Dark World, if you get me. Because, you know, I do want to see these areas in Minecraft, but I don't want to spend my whole life building it. I think that the redstone entrance to the Dark Ruins doesn't make sense. Well, yeah, no, the redstone wasn't meant to be there. But canonically in-game, you pull the lever and the floor crumbles under you, so I think someone built the redstone... Cheesy Puff built the redstone there just as a little gimmick of you pull the lever and you go into yellow, but obviously we're not going to keep that. That's not how we want to get it. By the way, how would you do Chapter 4 in Minecraft? Your answer's as good as mine. I'm not sure yet. We've had a couple ideas, but I don't really want to showcase them until I've even tried it. So, you know, run with the logic that Deltarune's not happening unless stated otherwise. Second Sanctuary Dark World in Minecraft doesn't seem the most plausible. Well, here's the thing, right? Even if I built the Dark Sanctuary, we'd build one, and we might just incorporate parts of each one into one Dark World instead of doing 3 different variants, you know? Like, it would not be nearly as canon complacent as we've tried to make the Undertale Build, for example. Yeah, so if we were to build Chapter 4, we would just sort of add the Dark Sanctuary as the Dark World and just throw in Easter eggs and segments to the second world or something, but we wouldn't have it as, oh hey, explore every single part of it, follow along the game step by step, because it wouldn't really be possible. Or it would, but we don't want to. It's not... We're not making an adventure map, we're making cool builds. Not gonna lie, Hytale is based here because it basically has Dark Sanctuary to block palette out of the gate. It has a lot of it, but there is a lot of building stuff that Hytale doesn't have yet. I mean, I gave Hytale a shot, and I do really like it so far. And it's obviously in very early beta. There's years of development to go. It's not quite at the stage that I can really build in it yet. But I am excited just as a game to play. But I don't think Hytale would ever replace Minecraft for me. I mean, I have all the respect in the world to it, and I'll enjoy it and play it, but, you know, they are just 2 different games to me. There's a lot of overlap, of course, because it's made by the Hypixel studio, but yeah, Minecraft is Minecraft. Hytale is Hytale. There's a charm to only having blocks to build with. Honestly, I tend to default to use the end biome with thunderstorms at night for Dark Worlds to get a featureless sky. I suppose. I mean, your building principles don't really allow for Deltarune to go to everything needing to be able to be explored. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, Deltarune as a concept for us is fundamentally flawed. So we would have to take a different approach. Like, one, Axiom, I won't use it really because I don't really know how, but like, so everything will still be built by hand, but you know, we might use Axiom to help out more than like the Undertale build. And two, you know, we might use teleport commands to get into Dark Worlds and stuff, if we did it, or something fancy like that, in a way that Undertale doesn't. And, you know, the Dark Worlds changing depending on when you open them and stuff, like Chapter 4 having the same Dark World but flipped and everything, we can't do that. We would build one Dark World and call it there, if you get me. Like, it wouldn't be nearly, we wouldn't build it the same as Undertale, just concept-wise. Dark Worlds and Deltarune is just a lot more fantasy-leaning than Undertale. Undertale, yeah, it's got magic elements and everything, but at the end of the day, it's a civilization trapped underground with very funky biomes. Deltarune, we've got Dark Worlds and things and shenanigans all above that. I was more talking about how every area has to be able to be accessed. Exactly, like, it would be so different in Deltarune compared to Undertale. Ultimately, I probably wouldn't try to perfectly match the canon layouts of Dark Worlds, since Dark Worlds inherently kind of vibey. Exactly, that's kind of what I would do. We would make our own sort of version of the Dark World. Like, you'll still obviously be able to tell if it's our build, because, I mean, we've got very distinct building style, let's be honest. But, you know, we'll use more trickery and things. Basically, Hylos is the best approach for Deltarune, and your approach is the best approach for Undertale. I wouldn't say best, in either case. Like, you know, our map has its flaws. It's got its many flaws. We've tried to knock them down every single time, but you know, there's fundamental parts of it that I like in other maps better. And same with Harold's. Like, I love a lot of the things Harold's done, but there's a lot of stuff in it that I personally would do differently just because I don't like it as much. But you know, that's just anything. I really don't. I think saying best approach doesn't really work for builds when it's so personal preference. What are the flaws of your map? Oh, where to begin? I think one of the biggest ones I have is, even in completed areas, it's not quite how... It's not quite canon enough for me to be happy with it. Like, I think a great example is the marsh. The marsh and basically a lot of waterfall. I think the mapping is incredible. I think that's one of our strongest parts about our Undertale build, is how good the mapping is. So we can thank Squid for that. But I do think, you know, we are going to be changing up a good chunk of this room to feel a bit more canon accurate. You can tell we've just redesigned the bridge while it's work in progress to make it more canon accurate and things, and more close to the water and stuff. But yeah, help, my internet is dying. L. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I think. I mean, the mapping is very canon to the game. You know, this is. This is where the echo flowers are. You've got the path that goes down here, etc. Like it's very canon accurate. But I don't know. I feel like it's an incredible environment. But if I were to build Undertale Minecraft again, I would build it completely differently, shape-wise. It's so stupid. You know, I love this from an environment like standpoint, but I would probably build it a lot more flat and probably like half the size if I was really trying to make it accurate to Undertale. You have the cave wall like here and curve round up, and have this more close to the waterbed and things, and maybe there would be like two layers to the water. You'd have the upper layer here, you'd have the lower part here with like waterfalls flowing down this bit. I'd make this like sort of taller and go down a bit more, like etc. Like I would just approach it very differently to capture the Undertale vibe. Things like that. You know, I think environmentally, I love our build. And the mapping, you know, is accurate enough that you can follow along the game perfectly fine. But because it's so fancy, it does feel a little bit less like Undertale because we've had to compromise so much. And I like it, so I'm not going to change it now. You know, that would be stupid. But yeah. I won't lie, when I explore Undertale, or if I explore someone else's Undertale build map, there is always a part of me that's like, I love our map, but part of me kind of likes this simple version more, just because it feels so Undertale to me. And granted, our build's not done. I'm sure it'll feel a lot more Undertale accurate once we've got a lot more of the key Undertale areas in it. Like, Hotland being done is gonna be a big one. Like, Hotland and the core and New Home are very Undertale areas. So when they're there, it's gonna feel a lot better. But until then, it's... yeah. Also, hi, my favorite best friend server. I'm so sorry. I guess that just means you have to click off forever and never talk again. That's so sad. I think another one too is areas like this. The cave has been built so differently. You had already said that, Vector, but thank you for repeating yourself. Like, areas like this, we've made very different than in-game, and if it was me, I probably wouldn't do it like this at all. I'll probably have it more bog standard red walls and stuff here. Things like that. Splendid idea. I'm putting my speech processor input systems right now. No! No, please! What are the green and black rings? Green and black? Oh, you mean these? This is just indicators for our own building stuff, indicating what rooms, like, for example, red, one, we would probably want to make a video on it, and do not do it without other people. Green is kind of like anyone can build it. We wouldn't care. You don't have to really talk to anyone about it. Just sort of come in here and do what you want. Yellow is we don't really care about making a video on it, but let someone know you're doing it, because we'll probably want our input. That's sort of what the indicators are. This one's just for the bit. It was just that. So yeah, green is come in here and do it. Yellow is, yeah, you get the drift. Whee. Where's our pink one next to the red one? I did... Wait. There's one next to a red one? Am I crazy? Oh. I don't even know. Why is your new home elevator 5 blocks off? You're giving off like... Why do I feel like I'm in an exam? Well, I don't know if you noticed, when we're mapping out the... Like, all the elevator stuff is off, because this whole area just got mapped, and there's still stuff to get done. So, you know, we're not gonna put the elevator in a concrete position when we've not even got the mapping done yet. You know, this area might get made bigger, and we might have to push it further back that way. Vector, you feel like a Redditor? That's crazy. No. It's kind of true, though. It's kind of, just a little bit. Even if it's limited size, the Metalon statue has done so well. Yeah, you've got Ashton to thank for that. Whee! To be honest, I've not even really taken in the new design, since the old one was just a placeholder. What's our new one? Oh yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah, no, it's quite good. I really like it. Kind of missing the water feature, but you know, for the Metalon statue, I'm sure we can compromise, because it's a very awkward statue. It does look really good. Why is there a giant rabbit? Don't even worry about it. That's everyone's favorite rabbit. Don't you know about it from Undertale? You know, rat. You'll always still be in the old ruins palette without her. Yeah, no, Ashton like revolutionized the build. This floor design, Ashton. This building design, Ashton. Like, a lot of my building style has also just evolved because of her. Like, it's thanks to her builds that I started really working on my ability to like texture things and stuff. I used to be extremely basic when it comes to building. I'm sure Server can remember, like I could build, but it was very flat, very not detailed. You know, like, thanks to her, I started thinking about a bit more outside the box when it comes to texturing things like this. I don't know if you recall the originals. Like, this is what the original build looked like that Ashton made. And, you know, I textured it to have a bit more of a blend and stuff. And it's thanks to her building that I've just approached it very differently. Like, I would never even think to use these blocks. And because of that, when she was building this, I came and helped her with the color palette here, because I got inspiration from her build over there, and learning to texture with these blocks, etc. And it's because of her that I've started developing more palettes and things. Like, you know, even if she wasn't directly responsible, like, just her terraforming and color stuff has like very inspired my development when it comes to building. And you can see it because even in like pathways and stuff, I like texture it with color as other than just, you know, grays. I use like tough on the edges and everything, and you know, just try to keep making things more interesting. You know, utilizing more than just stone and everything. Is the last corridor done at all yet? Did any of New Home look done yet? That's my question. No, nothing of New Home is done. There's only concepts. Concepts and locations. If it was done, you'd probably know about it by now. You really like the last corridor. I swear that's not the first time you've asked that. I mean, it is quite iconic, I suppose. You won't believe me, I was actually the one that told Ash and Squid to make the core bigger. I'm normally the one who tells them to keep it small, but like, the core is one of my favourite. It's a question, why do some very unfinished Undertale maps do ruined stone in the last corridor, like, that aren't yours? How am I supposed to know? Like, if I think about it, it might just be because if you do the last corridor, you can sort of map out where everything can go, because it's one of the last parts of the build. And also, I don't know, if they're documenting it, the last corridor is such a hype moment to build in game, that like, if you're showcasing an Undertale build for promotion stuff, the last corridor is very iconic. Or, you know, if they just want to walk along it, like, I imagine that's why they do it. Because one, it could help mapping, or two, it's just hype moments that are, I suppose. But even if you did a really silly version of Last Corridor, it's always clear it's the Last Corridor. I just hope we can do it justice. Yeah, there's also very oversimplified maps where like the Hotland elevator takes you straight into the last corridor. I guess because Funny Bone Man or something. I mean, no shade to anyone. Like, I've got massive respect for anyone who does any Undertale build recreations. Like, am I really gonna sit here and judge someone for not wanting to build the entirety of Undertale? No. It's a stupid decision. I commend it completely, but oh my god, is it a lot of work. Honestly, the stained glass window of Last Corridor are gonna look great in this style. I hope so. It depends how big we can make it. Like, I mostly see it in Roblox games. Well, a while ago I had a vision, but the Last Corridor was kind of on the surface, acting as a sort of bridge between two peaks of Mount Everett. That's really cool. Obviously not canon, but it's really cool. I think our explanation for the daylight was because the barrier is right there. There was just like a little bit of light getting in. But you know, we've got our like, we've got the rough location for it. And is it down here? I know there's some test palettes somewhere. I'm just not sure where they are. No. Is Squid still helping on the project? I saw he's done on his challenge, just wanted to make sure everything was okay with him. Oh, well. To put it simply, guess who has a new roommate? Yeah, no, he's still helping out a ton on the build. He's just not making videos anymore because he doesn't really have any, you know, he doesn't really enjoy making videos anymore. But, you know, he's still very much part of the project. Every build meeting and stuff, he's always there. Where? Maybe it's near the ruins test area, perhaps, because it's a sort of similar block palette when things were getting tested. Where could it be? It has to be around here somewhere. here's all the first room concepts. This is the first version of the starting room that we were working on after I built the dome, and we just couldn't get it to work properly. So there were so many different variants and shapes and sizes for the room, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, I suppose I don't know where it is. And there's the old spawn area that I pretended I blew up. But no, we'll probably just be sticking it in a museum. I should probably work on a new spawn area for the next world download. Do I not have a new home? Oh, I do. I'm really adamant to find this now, if you can't tell. What will the new spawn area look like? I said I have to come up with one, I don't know yet. I never, I I've never planned any of them. I've just built them for the sake of it. When is the next weekend download? Oh, in the next couple days, Saturdays, any minute now. Is it anywhere near here? At all? It's gotta be somewhere. Planes? Oh, that was for MCC, don't worry about it. New world download, the heat of the F of the universe? Yeah. Yeah, you heard it. Oh, it's a queen, don't worry about it. Next question. It's got to be around here somewhere. Come on. And we're back in Snowden. God damn it. Where? Oh, that's the hotline machine. That's not what we're looking for. What if I ate it? Well, why would you do that? That's so fucked up and evil. You wouldn't be fucked up and evil. I was pretty hungry and wanted some chunk data. No! No, not my chunk data! I mean, there was this corridor thing built. It's not quite last corridor stuff, but it was a concept Ashen was cooking up based on a design she saw. Next world download in Under Event 2027. Shush! Oh, I'm gonna cancel Under Event if I hear that. I'm gonna cry. If I want in the next Under Event, do I have to interview myself? I was joking about that with like, in one of the meetings. I was like, if I wanted to sign up again, do I have to interview myself? I might record it for the bit. But if I am in the next Under Event, you're not gonna know till it happens. Sorry guys, you already know too much. XOXO. I don't even know what we show off, to be honest. There's not really like, we pulled out all the stops for that last world download. I get you. Where's what? Did you get 2 bites in approval? Wow, you're so kind. Where the fuck, Chris? Where the fuck are we? I know that's not the quote, but where? Where's the corridors? Who even is server? It's server. It's the server. Our good pal, the server. Doesn't your server talk? I'm server, the server. Exactly, it's server. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. Come on, Vector. Keep on. And we're back at ruins. God fucking damn it. Oh, my friend made art. Yes. How is server reading the chat? Well, server's very intelligent. And it's psychically linked. My guess it's using its microphone? No. Oh, it's a freaking dark nerve it's interfacing via the internet the same way Spamton did in Sweets. Exactly. I'm reading chat like any other AI does. Exactly. Like, come on, there's so many options here, chat. I don't know why you're all freaked out. I guess we'll never know where the last corridor tests were. I guess they're not real. Server really did eat them. God damn it. Also, server seems like a great person. Yeah, they're pretty great. You know, me and server go way back. Back when they're only a bite-sized. Why is it slime and honey pattern remind me of 4D chess? You know, the funny thing is, that was actually PvP practice. Oh, Doge, I didn't know you used AI in this project. Yeah. You caught me. I'm just such a big advocate for AI. You all think... You all thought it was me hand placing it. No, that was actually, that's my new AI videos. Yeah! Oh my god. Do you think someone's gonna think I'm serious when I say that? One day. Alright, V1, I'll give you an additional 1 bite to solve your hunger. No more after that, or else your file will be too large. Yeah, come on. Yeah, it's great. DLSS 5 was flawless. Oh, we all love DLSS 5. Wasn't it so pretty? Gonna keep that illusion for more than a second. I know it hurts. The AI rendering is so ugly. It's actually, hey, what if we just remove all art style and charm to a game and replace it with realistic, ugly, fucked upness? Thank you, server. I'm now V1-3. Thanks for your extra bytes. Oh, how wholesome. I can't wait till the ruins is done. There's so much of the ruins. Ashton is really adamant to redo this room, and we keep telling her that we have to keep it because it's like a moment in history. This was her first build in the Undertale build. We can't get rid of it. She because her building style has changed completely since she got here. But 1, it looks very pretty, and 2, V3, I like the number 3. I'm locking your file so you can't have any more bytes or lose any. That's crazy. Well, no, think about it. If you remove 1 and then combine the versions, you get 3 because it'll be 1 add 2. So you could technically get rid of 1. And, you know, work it out in the end. That's just basic maths. The stream delay must be really small. Server is a little straight. No, server is just... Server isn't real. Server is real. Server is actually that is a real sentient creature right there. I'm not controlling it. I mean, I'm standing still now, but that's only because I'm fidgeting with something in my hand, if you can't tell. Like, I do not control server. Server shows up and starts yapping whenever. That's none of my control. But what would the build be without a bit of some fun? Why is the music suddenly Final Fantasy? Is that Final Fantasy? I don't know. I mean, it's Undertale Yellow. I don't know what's playing. It's 4 AM. Server is as real as the actual Sonic EXE model that was made by Sega. Server is real. RNG said to wait 6 to 7 minutes to join the stream. I will not tolerate any server slander. Any server slander, you have to go through me. You could say server's magical. Server is real trust. Thank you, Lancer. See, I know I can always count on you. I imagine that big important TM rooms have like a tier even higher than red. The tier higher than red is they don't have a tier. No, I'm actually being for real. There's an official Sonic EXE model made by Sega. Really? Oh my god, it's Lancer. Hi. Hi, Lancer. I wonder... You're filled with the power of server. I mean, without server, we don't have a build. So, you know, I would, you know, in ways, you know, server's kind of a little bit like God. Not to get religious, but like... I like the attempt to jump into that, making Maris is forced like, it was instinct. Yeah, you're welcome, everyone. Yeah. Server's also extremely humble. Unless anyone's got any more things they want to yap about, I'm probably going to end stream. I was only here to crash out over the thing. You programmed me to be humble and sarcastic. Your level 402 went too far. Though. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. Why do people treat Kaneko and Clover as family members? They have nothing to do with each other. They do, though. There's a lot of parallels, actually, I'll have you know. I think it's just because of the amount of time Clover spends with Saroba and in the Steamworks, so there's a lot of things that remind Saroba of Kaneko from Clover. And you can tell that just from the way they interact. You know I'm live. Ashton, did you see Minecraft ruined another thing? Mm-hmm. I tried it. I looked at it. The room is actually ruined. It's actually ruined. The one we were working on together really well. It's ruined. Oh, well that's okay, because I did a whole stream ranting about it, so... Yeah, but that was, but then they never did that about the fog. That's true. I hope they change it. They actually just... Wait. Oh, they can't hear you. I had desktop audio silenced.
Oh, you want me to go to Discord or something?
I mean, that wouldn't have changed either way. Desktop audio is still Discord. Yeah, I was yeah. Sorry, I'm glad someone said that.
Can they hear me now?
Yeah, they can hear you now.
All right. For those who missed what I said, Reddit was talking about it. And I saw there's a big hubbub about it on Reddit. But because there's such a hubbub about it, because people are upset, I think they might change it back. And this is different from, like, the fog, because fog was a huge, like... They spent money and time developing that. They worked on that, like, they spent resources getting that fog up to where it was. The string is just official texture. That's just a texture change. So they might change it back.
Good night, Red Matt. I'm really hoping they do, because I went into the snapshot and looked at the backup of the world. Oh, the garbage dump is actually ruined. Like,
see,
it was subtle before, but it just looks like there's webs everywhere now.
Just like, I really wonder what their thought process was when doing this, because like, you know what it is.
Well,
you know what it is. They thought they would be okay. I bet they thought it was okay and they didn't really think it through, because like a while ago, if I grab it, because the most common thing and to be fair, the thing I see most in the Reddit comments are like, how am I supposed to stop my vines from growing? And a lot of people forgot you can just do this. Oh,
you can't really do it. You can't do it on vines like this.
Oh shit! You can't.
No.
Never mind. Then the argument still holds up then.
Yep. It's only on the glowberry ones you can do that. I did try it on the vines as well.
Not to mention all the other stuff that string helps and stuff like that. So like, I just don't think they were thinking about it. The top comment was the top comment on that thing was just like, why would they change the string? Someone goes in and it's like, they had some test builder someone testing something, and they went into a jungle thing and actually tripped over this and died, and they complained about it. And because that one person complained about it, they changed it.
That would be really funny. You can do it on nether vines too, I think, just not normal vines. Don't know about bamboo. Yeah.
Like, I don't even think this is that invisible. This is...
No,
I think this is perfect, because I can still see that from over here.
Yeah, no, like, once you're paying attention to it, you can see it, absolutely. It's just, it's not visible enough that you can use it.
This is like the right level. Like, if anything, if they were gonna make a texture change to this, I'd make it less visible.
No, exactly. Like, it's visible, especially on darker blocks, it is very visible, still.
I was like, because, like... And I don't understand why they'd make it more visible, because, like, no one uses it for this texture. And, like, that just defeats the purpose of being able to
look how visible it is on dark blocks
to be a
anyway.
Trap.
Like, it's fine. Like, they did not have to make it more visible. So, yeah, they've just turned the garbage dump into a subtle effect, into a... And because, you know, it's the worst part, Ashen, because it's so thin, you know when things, like, render really weirdly when you're further away from it, the thinner it is? Like, it just does this, like, weird... The string does that now, because it's visible enough. So even if you're, like, really far away, you just see these, like, strands of white glitching on the screen. It's awful. It's so bad.
So you saw that and immediately had a crush about it on stream?
Well, do you want me to read out the stream title?
I saw, actually. I was about to come on here to work on the core, and I saw that you were like, I'm like, hold on, he's not streaming, is he? Oh, he is. Okay.
Well, you know, it's the what was it? I can't even look at my own stream notification.
It was
Mojang, please stop
Mojang,
ruining the
please stop
Undertale
ruining
build with visual updates, please!
Yeah, if you want to do it, you're gonna have to make a video about it crashing out. It'll reach more people.
I'm just gonna I'm just gonna make a video and it's just gonna be titled, Mojang's problem with creativity.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine?
I do it and I'll fully come out and crash out on it for you.
And I'm just gonna call it the, you should call these visual updates visual downgrades. It's just pointless. It's actually pointless. Why is Cherrywood?
Please think about the builders when you do these visual updates. Because, like, I just don't, like, see, the thing, what I think is going, let's do these visual upgrades for, like, adventure mode, because, like, a lot of this stuff, like the fog, that's more like an adventure mode thing, like, it's so foggy, it feels so immersive, you can barely see anything,
I've said
like,
it again,
world.
it's because they've not made it toggleable that pisses me off, they just are changing the world for no reason.
I know people who have, actually have, like, with default Minecraft, have problems seeing it with their eyes, and they have to go at, like, we get brightness because, like, we have the brightness pack just so we can work with the build in darkness and stuff like that. I know people who cannot play the game physically without that mod.
Yeah. No, same.
And, it's, like, I've seen, like, responses to these, like, fog effects and stuff like that, like, this is just making it harder for me to see.
No, the fog is very obtrusive for a lot, even if it is a nice effect. Like, they should have made it toggleable. But what do I know? I'm only someone that's played the game for most of my life. You know what's funny? I've played Minecraft more than I've not played Minecraft. Like, in my lifetime, which is very fucked up.
Yeah.
Hi server, do you run on profile coding architecture? No, the server runs on very advanced stuff actually. All Hill server, big shout out.
But anyway, I blew up the Martian in D&D today.
Oh, sick.
I blew up the Martian from the Looney Tunes.
Alright.
So yay!
I'm not even on here to build.
Have you just been in here crashing out about this for the last hour or like 2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
You've been streaming for 102 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you want to actually get some building done or something? I don't know.
No.
Or you're just too crashed
There's
out
nothing
about
more demoralizing than logging on with the new Minecraft update and seeing all your hard work and enjoyment when do you want to know what I did log on to do? I logged on to record the video. I logged on to actually record the footage and update people on that palette existing, because that's not been documented yet, and they've already ruined it before I even had a chance to document it. So yo, I'm not in the mood to build, I'm upset.
Yeah.
Those you're talking about the people who made chat reporting a thing beyond their realm servers, bold of you to think they'd make the decision. Look, they had to do that. I guarantee not everyone behind Mojang wanted to do this whole chat stuff. That was very much a Microsoft thing.
That was very much a Microsoft thing.
Texture things, art style stuff though, that is a Mojang thing, right? The whole like chat service on all this stuff, that's Microsoft's ballpark. Mojang never would care about that. The textures and building stuff and the actual game play, that is Mojang's ballpark. Also, Ashton, you're being asked what's your race and class in D&D.
I'm actually playing Fate right now. Sorry to disappoint. I keep on calling it D&D because that's what I've been calling it. Just because that's what we've been playing for years. We're actually playing Fate. I just defaulted to calling it D&D. Mm-hmm. I'm a human. Alright, I am playing Fate. I'm a college student. signed up to go to the Olympics for fencing before I crashed and burned all of that into the ground because my parents were forcing me to do it, and I decided I didn't want to do it, so I threw a match.
Sick.
And so now I'm in college, and my entire class gets teleported into another realm for some reason, and then we get teleported back, and now we just have to go back in and out of these realms to like close them before more people get sucked into them.
Oh my god,
That's
it's the
the premise
Dark
of the thing.
World.
Yeah, it's basically the Dark World. Basically we get superpowers, so I got a really nice sword now, and I'm able to teleport around and control time.
Sick.
But I don't have the full power over controlling time. I once stood at a traffic light for 9 minutes because I kept on rewinding and fast forwarding, and I had to take a test like 13 times.
Fucked up.
Racing class. What do you be if you could be anything? Changeling, because those guys are fucking sick. You can be anything. Thank you. Yes, please. And rogue. I am always rogue. I play rogue. Even when I'm not playing rogue, I play rogue. I once played, I can't remember the name right now. There's a frog race. It's like think of the poison dart frog. It has the poison effect and everything. I played that race, and I played that as a wizard. And my DM's like, "Oh, you're finally gonna play something other than rogue." I'm like, "Mm-hmm." 3 sessions later, he stops everything. He's like, "I can't believe you're still just playing rogue again." I'm like, "What? You're playing rogue again, but you're doing it as a wizard." I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I was fully just, because I had because I was a frog, I'm like, frogs are acrobatics. I made sure I had good acrobatics, so
That's
I would
so
like
funny.
balance on her staff and stuff, and just do parkour shit. And then there was this great time where I went into a temple or whatever. We're robbing this temple. We need to go through it, do a puzzle or whatever. And the temple doors were closing. I wasn't gonna reach out, and I was falling to a pit, and I was able to grab onto a rope. And the DM's like, the trap's gonna go off, and I'm like, so I'm just hanging in the middle of this temple, clinging to this rope, as this giant trap comes out of the wall and just covers the entire place with mist. And he says, "Nothing happens because you're a fucking because you're a dart frog and you're immune to poison."
That's so funny, actually.
Yeah, I need to go back and save that character because that character apparently got captured and was enslaved and stuff. I need to go save her because we were playing it at that time. I was playing Adventures League, and we were playing one of the harder manuals, and so yeah, I need to go save her.
Server, your primary thing would be creation magic and magitech? What? No, you never. Sorry.
That's great.
Oh, you just, I've got concepts in my brain, and anytime I speak to server, it makes them go crazy.
My DM, who is also
Should
my
I be
boyfriend,
offending?
is...
No, you shouldn't. It's
he
just,
is currently...
I just know you, and I think
he
it's
is
very
currently...
awesome. Yeah?
He is currently thinking about the next campaign he's going to do for D&D.
Mm-hmm.
And the title for that campaign is The Thrones of the Gods Sit Empty.
Oh.
So basically the premise of the world is that magic is slowly dying. So if you're a wizard or something like that, you have your spell slots, you start with the beginning, and that's it. They don't recharge.
That's crazy.
Because magic is gone. So he's really pushing people to not do magic classes because they're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
And apparently, what he said to me when he was brainstorming, he said this a year ago or two to me, so things might have changed. Something went and murdered all the gods.
Oh.
And,
ominous.
and the TNT party will have to figure out what and how to deal with it.
Incredibly ominous. I like it. You are a death sentence for trapping me into a VC for 5 hours. I need to acknowledge it.
I know. Yeah, it's why you keep on running away from me when we get into calls. And it's a fair reason to run away from you. Wait for run away. It's a fair reason to run away from me. So I don't blame you.
Well, you know, if I'm planning to do something, I need to make sure that it's like the opposite of Cheesy Puff. It's like if I'm talking to Cheesy Puff, I know it's going to derail. If I'm talking to you, I know I'm going to be here for the next 10 hours. And it's not offensive. It's just if I need to do something, I need to remember this.
I just suck you into conversation.
Yeah, how dare you be good at conversation.
I don't know if half of those were, but I think it's neat.
I'm gonna end stream while I can, before I never do.
Bye, stream!
I'll swear I'll build next time, I swear.
Maybe I'll do a video crashing out in Mojang. Maybe not. We'll see.
You're gonna get so much hate for it, but it's gonna be very funny.
Bring it!